Hi, this is Hez from Phoenix Rising. We're here at Hammerfest and we've got with us the wonderful, the amazing, the adorable, the Mercy House. Yes, they did pay me to say this. Hello to you all.
We are the Mercy, 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 we are the Mercy House.
So, after that, how are you enjoying Hammerfest?
Very much. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun so far. We haven't managed to check a lot of other bands yet, but we'll get to it.
So, how is it to actually perform here? Oh, sorry, you were sitting there so quiet.
Splendid for us, thank you.
So how was it actually performing here at Hammerfest? How did you find the atmosphere in Wales?
It was a bit strange playing that early in the day because we're not really accommodated to doing festivals that much. So playing at 1 in the afternoon was a bit odd.
Without sounding cliche, we had to drink a lot because we normally play quite late in the afternoon, which is a bit weird right now. We're on a bit of a mid-afternoon, a few beer come down. We'll be crashing in a few hours and getting up later.
It went down well though. It went down well. It worked, like the crowd seemed to really get into it and respond. So we were happy with it. So that's the main thing really. At the end of the day,
they wanted metal, and we gave it to them in spades.
So it's been, a very big year in 2010 for you all. After the success of the EP, things apparently, according to all your website, your press, it's been one thing after another. When do we get the album?
Late summer.
Oh yeah, probably at that time. I mean, late summer, autumn. That's the aim. We can't really pinpoint a date at the moment, but definitely.
We're tying lots of stuff in, and there'll be lots going on, and we'll be exploding in glorious Technicolor all over the television and things like this. But we have to coordinate everything, so it looks like late summer, that kind of thing. Glorious Technicolor in black.
What are your plans throughout 2011 besides the album?
At the moment, we're doing this. We're doing a couple more shows after. We've got a couple more shows lined up after Hammerfest, and we're in talks to do a tour around summertime. There's a few other things. We're going to have a track released on Rock Band, probably around summertime as well, and we're going to have a video released for Greed, which is the opening track on the EP. It's the same track that's going to make it to Rock Band. So, I mean, those are the immediate plans. We're working on a lot of the things we can't really say right now because it's all in the planning stage. We can't really say much until it's all settled. But that's pretty much what we.
Until it's cast in metal.
Yeah. We can't. Yeah. Until then.
You mentioned the song being used for Rock Band. That must have been a big thing for you. Can you tell us about how that came about?
We had a friend, didn't we, who asked us to enter, and we entered. When we entered, we said we got the best song, and then we won.
That's pretty much how it happened.
We played in Kerrang Studios, and smashed the place up a bit, and that was it.
Nice. So, is there anything you prepared to share with us about the new album?
I mean, I guess probably the only thing we can say is that it's going to kick some serious ass. And I think that's probably what you'd expect for any decent rock band to tell you. Not trying to overhype it too much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Comes here right, he's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
It's going to be the heaviest motherfucker you've ever heard.
In fact, we could actually tell you something like, compared to our previous album, it's going to be even better than the last.
Unfortunately, there's no previous album to compare it to.
Exactly. So I think we're on a good road. No, but I think it's
going to change things a bit. I think if it gets out to the right people, it will be the shake-up that rock and metal, I think, needs a lot. Not purely on our shoulders, but I think at the moment rock and metal needs that. It needs to step away from the cliche and the, dyed in the wall, whatever it is. It needs that.
I think at the moment there's too much of, new rock bands popping out, especially in the UK, where they say that they're doing this classic rock with a modern twist, and it's like, well, it's not really classic rock with a modern twist. It's basically a throwback band.
It's like fuck off. Really, it is. It's not.
Yeah, and if anything, I mean, when rock was first happening, and then when metal was first happening, and everything, it was all about forward thinking and taking things a step forward, and that's essentially what we want to do with our music.
We're not saying we're reinventing the wheel, but we're doing something that nobody else is doing, and we know that. And if you're even remotely musical and you listen to it, you'll see that. If not, you'll just go, oh, it sounds like this or it sounds like that, and that's fair enough, you know. But I think that's the aim.
Partly it's probably because the way we're recording things and we're taking things is we're doing things our own way. Like, we don't have any kind of pressure from any label or anything telling us what to do. So we're taking our time to make sure that things are as we want them. So I think that probably makes a big difference in the way that
trained in recording and producing this kind of stuff. So we're making sure that we do it our way. We don't want to sound like an American band. We don't want to sound like various other things. You know, we've done that all the way through with our music. You know, very careful doing what we do. You know.
Yeah, your own music has a very unique sound. But who are your influences? Who influenced you to start in music yourself?
Do you want me to? Okay, I'll answer that one. You see, I tell people all the time that, I mean, if you like something like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, that's probably, you know, the Mercy House is something that will definitely, yeah.
I mean, the interesting thing about these bands, and that's the way I see it anyway, is that there's a whole pool of influences coming from every single member. Now, the bands that I've always been into are the ones that were a sort of collision between different styles. Like, you know, you look at bands like Korn, you look at bands like Faith No More, Alice in Chains and everything, and they were a result of, you know, a group of individuals being into very different stuff, and that's what happens in the Mercy House. You know, we're not, you know, we've got common ground. We've got common ground. We've got some influences in common and everything, but that's like, you know, everyone is into different things.
If you took all our CD collections, I don't think one of us would have the same. And I think that's the beauty of it, is we all come together and we love what we do, but none of us is going, let's do this, or let's do a track like this, or, you know, we're not all universally loving one band, which I if I'm honest, I think a lot of groups do now. They all get together through a mutual love of something else, and then they replicate that, and then the magazines tell you that it sounds like that, and they push you that. And that's the thing, and it's something that we're not trying to do it, it's just we know that it's not there. I think the only thing we've got in common is we all love groove, and that's it. We all love groove, and we all love heavy guitars, and that's it. That's pretty much where the book stops. Yeah. Groove. Hey. We all love Nick.
And so the band itself, the name, the Mercy House, where did that come from?
Mercy House.
It literally came from Mercy House. It was the name of the block of flats where I lived when we started putting the band together, and that's where we started doing the first demos and everything. And I was just walking back home and I saw the sign in there, Mercy House, and I thought, well, that could work as a name for a band, and we put it on there. And it had a bit of meaning, you know, being the sort of beginning of the band and everything, and we just stayed with it, and stuck on. Yeah.
No one else has called it as well, which helps.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Nice. And on a final note, is there anything you'd like the listeners to know?
You go for that one.
Oh, fuck. That's the hardest one, and the drummer gets it. I'm supposed to be stupid.
I think
Jesus.
the thing to do is you know, we haven't got a lie out there at the moment, but when you listen to us, like, try and think about that. When people are listening to music, try and think outside the box. And instead of thinking, oh, you know, it's metal or whatever else it is, try and look at it and, like, appreciate what's actually happening within the songs and people trying to mix stuff up, you know.
I think the message that we're pulling through is just very down to earth, rather than just being like, you know, trying to pretend to be something. The message, like, from the lyrics, like, we try to be really talking about things that are, you know, day-to-day basis struggles within and stuff like that. And I think lyrically and musically it reflects that. So it's like the impact that it has on.
You say about the band is, this band is London. That's what it is. It sounds like London. It's a shithole to live in, and when you live there, you can't play nice music, and that's what has happened. That's what's come out of it. That's it. We don't offer escapism. It is what it is. Yeah.
I will thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and hope to catch up with you again in the future.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers.